Waiting to be served at a restaurant for a very long time is definitely unacceptable. This is the rock and roll weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison, and yes, I'm just talking about this in general. And I'm not going to call out every restaurant that this has happened to myself in, but I'm going to get into a couple of things that honestly, when you're waiting to be served at a restaurant, initial acknowledgments are covered within 2 to 5 minutes. You know, not longer than that. If a restaurant's busy, it's saying it could stretch it 10 to 15 minutes, but I cannot picture a restaurant being busy having a host that is not going to greet people to tell them what is going on. And apparently, they say if you're ignored for over 15 to 20 minutes, politely notify the host, manager, or bartender or consider leaving. Oh, my daughter's leaving. I'm just cracking up. I'm just reading this on a Google. It's making me laugh. Standard freshly prepared meals can take 20 to 45 minutes. Okay. I'm just being dead honest. Um, I'm going to talk about. It's been a while though. It was a freaking Denny's. Not that I really go to Denny's that much, but one time we waited for over five. We were just waiting for over 5 to 10 minutes. Myself and Janaki. It was way long. They they saw us. Whatever. There was other people there, and they didn't even ask us if we wanted to eat breakfast or whatever it was. They didn't even want to take our names down. Whatever. So we just got the fuck out and went somewhere else. And honestly, I don't remember where the fuck we went. But you know, they're saying if you're not greeted within 5 minutes, politely ask the host who's assigned to your table. That's another thing that can happen. You know, sometimes it take you go places they take longer to serve your food. You know, depends upon how many cooks they have. That's understandable to an extent, but sometimes you know to not even greet somebody when walking in, I think it is insane. If the restaurant is experiencing a rush or is understaffed, it can definitely slow down service. But usually they'll tell you if they're short staffed. I've had one place that does do that, and I'm fine with that. If you wait for a long time, like if you're in your restaurant now waiting a long time for your order, then you can ask your server for an update. And if after 15 to 30 minutes you've not been acknowledged or served, it's definitely reasonable to leave. Just cracking the fuck up on some of this shit, if you know what I'm saying. You know, if I get my personal thing is if I'm not acknowledged within 10 minutes when I'm waiting in the front to be seated, I'm going back in the car and I'm exiting, and then they'll be losing my business. I'll take it elsewhere locally, and depends on what place and depends on what the fuck I want to do. Friends, if you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else has to subscribe. We thank you much for the continued love, honor, and support. It is greatly appreciated. You remember service etiquette. Water or drinks should typically arrive at the table within 2 minutes of being seated. With food, if you're in a rush, it's recommended you inform your waiter when placing your order the estimated preparation time. And avoid making a scene. Politely informing the staff about long delays is more effective. So there you are. Not right to be waiting to be served at a restaurant for a long period of time, or even to be acknowledged, where you have to even wait for a host to come and even ask you if you're there to eat, or you're gonna order something for takeout or etc. You know, saying nothing to you or not even seeing that you're there is even more stupider. But that's all I could say. Your thoughts, friends. I know this is a different type of a video. Shame, shame, shame.